Japanese Type 38 carbine. These are part of the Type 38 family. Kind of unusual. They're a little bit harder to find. Pretty desirable with collectors. And I was fortunate enough to pick this one up. It's in pretty excellent shape. Take a closer look at it. Basically, it's the carbine version of the Type 38 rifle. And this one, the bluing's nice on it. Has the carbine style sight, handguard, shorter barrel, but the action and everything is the same. Wood on this gun is quite nice. Same type of release. There's a close-up of that. That's where you press the button there and it drops out the floor plate, follower and spring. And this is how you find most of them without a dust cover on them. This one also has a sling. I don't know if it's a repro sling or not. It probably is with the markings, but it's probably the proper sling for this gun. I've never seen one like it, or I'm not an expert on Japanese slings, but it's how it all kind of comes together. It's probably a reproduction. I doubt something 70 years old is in this nice a shape. And basically that's the carbine version, like I tried showing with the rifle version. Has the, flip it over here, Mauser style release. You know, same type of bolt, same action, just in a smaller version. Now I'll throw the dust cover on to show you what it looks like with a dust cover. Alright, here we have it. We installed the dust cover, and that's what it looks like with the dust cover on. It still makes the same amount of racket as usual. That's why you won't find these generally with the dust cover on. The only one thing about this though is if you look on the safety knob, that little tab that was on the rifle isn't on this one. I don't know if that's a variation or what, and that's where you got to palm it. And then I think maybe it's an indicator to tell you you're on safe. But they're a neat little gun, and you push it, rotate it back, and then she fires. And as we learned in the last video, you got to make sure you get both of those little lips into the grooves. I didn't see that groove on the right side and it kind of threw me off. But same caliber, basically same gun in the carbine version. Little floor plate thing drops out. Well made. These guns were well made. Had a nice finish to them. Machined well, finished well. Of course, they were made until 1940 and during peacetime. So they're not a wartime production gun. And this also takes a bayonet. I think the standard bayonet goes on there. And you have your lug with your retaining spring. Carbine short sights, which flip up. You have your little ladder there on your carbine sights. And this one came with a nice little leather sling. So it's another type of the Model 38. It's basically the two types you'll find, rifle and carbine version. The carbine version is a little bit harder to find, a little bit more desirable with collectors. I was lucky the guy was selling this. I kind of paid him a decent price for it, but it's awful hard to find, and the bore's like mint on this. And he had 2 boxes of Norma ammo, which is quite expensive. So, and the sling too. You know, so it was a nice addition to my collection.